Hello, happy people, and welcome back to another episode of 65 and Counting. I'm your host, Adam Fry. I'm a certified Medicare planner, and I'm here to ask the important questions that you want answered by industry professionals. This show is for everyone and anyone coming up on that important milestone of 65 years old. That means retirement, it means Medicare eligibility, or it means that you're just plain interested in the world of retirement planning. Whatever it is, on this show you'll hear from the people that know it best. And welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had an excellent Thanksgiving. And this week we're going to bring Mr. Edge back on the show to read another one of the American Retirement Advisor newsletters, this time for December of 2020. So here he is, everyone. Without any ado, Mr. Edge.
Well, hi folks. Welcome to the reading of the American Retirement Advisor newsletter for December 2020. This is volume 20, issue 12. On the front page, we have an article by David P. Schaefer. So here we go. What do you know, Joe? Well, guess what? Only the Electoral College will reveal the winner. Not ABC, CBS, NBC, or CNN, or Fox, not the Associated Press, BBC, or your favorite YouTuber. So on December 14th, 2020, we will know. Then Congress must agree. Yep, it may not be over once the college convenes. Read about how John Quincy Adams became president. As I stated in last month's newsletter, conversations will abound and folks will say things in the media and we still won't know who won. The elections were conducted flawlessly in many states and not so much in some. Several of our employees voted in person and did not have their ballots counted after checking online. Stories don't become real until they happen to you or those close to you. That's just not right. Unfortunately, the narratives are true. What I'm saying in this day and age of video, everything, our election accounting should be available for all to see online, unedited, and streamed live. All cameras on the ballots, every angle is monitored and available for all to see. It would make for a boring show, but at least there would be 100% transparency. Left or right, both sides have the right to a fair election. That is what makes America, America. At the end of the day, we must get back to our everyday lives. Some will go to work, some will fill their days with leisure, some will go to school. 2020 will soon be a memory. 2021 is the future. Whatever the outcome, I see a bright future because I get to make my own destiny. I wish you all a warm holiday season and a good new year. Our next article on the front page is Merry Happy Wishing by yours truly, David Edge. Ah, the wonderful time of year, Christmas. Were we good little boys and girls this year? So what's on your wish list? We could pretend we're in a pageant and wish for world peace, but that's just a tad cliche. What we would like to see is peace and harmony out of our media, and just possibly they could start reporting something positive. I don't know about you, but I'm watching less and less of alphabet channels and stopped reading most of the newspaper over this past year, as the only thing in the paper is something hateful or negative about one thing or another. Or there is the other tack they've taken to over the past few years of hunting out all the poor me stories. I want happy, uplifting news. I want a holly jolly good time Santa experience. So, don't wait for one to come to you. You make your own. Be that secret Santa to someone who really needs it. When's the last time you went caroling to a shut-in? Trust me, we have loads of shut-in folks this year that would love a warm fuzzy. Deliver a bag of fruit, a fresh cake or pie. Be festive. Can't sing or carry a tune in a bucket? Well, yes you can. Play that fun song on your iPad as you make a delivery. Wear bright holiday colors with a silly hat. In other words, be fun. In this season of hope, there's hope for all of us to have a better 2021. Happy holidays. Our next article on page 2, Why Am I Me? Positive Thoughts by David Edge. This past year has been fraught with potential danger health-wise, lack of interaction with family due to social distancing, and 2020 has also affected many financially. We were also bombarded with political and Medicare ads on TV and radio, not to mention the deluge of phone calls. Lots of negative vibes out there. How you are feeling about all of this makes you, you. In an effort to cheer up my charming bride, we pulled out old family videos, picture books, Yes, we have several boxes of old hard copies of photos still. And we pulled out our travel logs to relive some of our favorite memories over the past 40 years of marriage. What an uplifting, positive experience. It was fun to remember events and places we had both forgotten about. Reliving watching our daughter grow up through the eyes of the photographer, Dad most of the time, we relived many special moments. Funny pictures of pets doing something silly, costumes over the years from one event to another, holidays, weddings, and family gatherings. Remembering those we've lost and those we've gained. We sometimes find ourselves feeling overwhelmed by all the negative going on around us. And if this is you, take a break. Turn off the TV, radio, don't read the paper, which never prints news anymore anyway. So if you haven't already, do something positive that will bring some happiness to your daily routine. Read a good book, watch an old favorite movie, call that favorite childhood friend that you wondered what happened to them. Check on that elderly neighbor to make sure they're okay. I assure you, it will make their day. As we move into this most festive holiday seasons, do something positive. What we've come to realize is that the only person who can change things for you is you. Merry Christmas. Our next article is Possible COVID Fighters by Sharon Colbert Groves. We all know the drill by now. Mask up, social distancing, wash hands frequently, and avoid large crowds. But in my daily readings, I have come upon a few suggestions to strengthen us in this challenge. Do you remember your mom's mantra that an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, researchers say that an apple a day boosts resistance to pneumonia, bronchitis, and chronic coughs and helps us breathe easier. Apple skin contains airway inflammation-reducing tissue healing contents. Nuts to that, you may say, but Brazil nuts, which are rich in selenium, speeds recovery, and people are more likely to have milder symptoms even with the common cold. Other foods rich in selenium are fish, organ meats, hazelnuts, oysters, and beef. Well, that's a fine cup of tea. Absolutely. Green tea boosts our immune system and increases the body production of nasal protecting antibodies by 70%. Their rich anti-inflammatory properties prevent respiratory infection. COVID enters our body by inhalation, so strengthen where the battle starts, in your nose. Don't neglect vitamin D. It boosts your health by keeping viruses from attacking cells lining up the nasal cavity. Foods rich in vitamin D, like eggs, salmon, tuna, sardines, and whole milk, help reduce the risk of respiratory infections. Add to your grocery list apples, nuts, green tea, and vitamin D. Please take care and be safe. We're on to the next page. The Financial Tip by Mark Fry. What will the new year bring? Will the stock market soar? Will it be flat? Will it decline? As we continue to experience high levels of volatility in the markets due to several factors, I think it's important that folks understand what it takes to recover from a downturn in the market. What is the break-even point? It's essentially the return that you'll need to recover from a downturn in the market. Example, if you experienced a 20% decline in your account, it does not require just a 20% upswing to recover. It requires a 25% return. A 35% decline requires a 53.8% just to get back to even. A 50% decline will require a 100% return just to get even. One bad year can wreak havoc on an investment portfolio, and the required return just to break even could be significant and take a long time to recoup. Time our clients do not have. That's why we have always have about half of our clients' assets in 100% insured and guaranteed positions. The other half we position in well-balanced, actively managed portfolio of nimble, easily repositionable investments. It's time to start safeguarding and de-risking assets by providing that downside protection. As they like to say, zero is your hero. Our next article, Medicare at Work, brought to you by the Medicare Architects, Inc. Making Medicare Guidance and the Transition 1, 2, 3 Easy at Work by Laura Lee Drummond. December is a reflective month. I'm sure very few homes will miss reflecting on the challenges of 2020. For years to come, One of the events I missed this year was traveling and collecting ornaments from places we visited. When the tree goes up every holiday, the ornament unpacking kindles memories and conversations about trips and events from past years. Graduations, reunion, cruises, bonfires, happy birthdays, landmarks, and even precious pet photos decorate the tree with memories. COVID is probably indisputably the main attraction for 2020, and maybe I will just write 2020 on an empty TP roll and hang it up and call it a day. Year. Reflecting on ARA's newest company, the Medicare Architects, working with HR teams and helping employees transition to Medicare continues to grow. Partnering as compliant and expert resources for companies to support their aging workforce with Medicare is so rewarding. We want to add your former employer to our list so their employees can have the same experience you did in simplifying your Medicare decisions. When I reflect on some of the new relationships we make with companies, I recall the delighted remark from one local city HR manager after describing how we make Medicare easier for her employees. Why didn't we get this in place sooner? For 2021, we hope to hear that declaration more often. What an incredible year it's been. May the coming year provide you with opportunities to catch up on hugs with those you love and recognize the gratefulness, many hidden blessings in our new adaptive life. Happy holidays. Our next article is the Medicare Moment. New Year, New Plan, New Cards by Tammy M. Semler. Did you make a Medicare plan change during the annual enrollment period? If so, this month's article is all about you. If we assisted you in changing your Medicare Advantage or prescription drug plan during the year's annual election enrollment period, please make sure that you've heard from your new plan. If it's been 3 weeks or more since we submitted your enrollment form, you should have received confirmation that enrollment either by mail or email depending on what you chose. You should also receive a welcome packet that includes an evidence of coverage and other plan-related materials. Your new card may not come until this month, December, as some plans send them out in batches. The annual election period ends December 7th. If you have not received confirmation of your enrollment into your new plan by December 21st, please call our office and let us know so we can check on it for you. Most enrollments go smoothly, but on occasion, something goes wrong. It's a lot easier for us to correct these issues before the effective date, January 1st, than after. Not to mention, we want you to have proof of coverage before it's supposed to start. Remember to provide your new ID card to your pharmacy and your medical providers beginning in January. If they try to bill your old plan, your claims will be denied. If your new plan has preferred and standard pharmacies, make sure you utilize the preferred pharmacies for the best pricing on your medications, and make sure you never use out-of-network pharmacies or provider unless your plan allows for it. If unsure, ask us, as your plan will not pay a non-emergent claims if services are received out of the plan's network. Also, if you have any questions regarding your new plans, please let us know. Change is sometimes difficult, but we're here to help. Our phone lines will die down a bit after December 7th, but the calls to the insurance companies that manage the plans will still be going full force. It will be easier to reach us than it is to reach them. Let us do what we do best. Help make your plan transition 1, 2, 3 easy. We appreciate the trust you have placed in us, and we look forward to an amazing 2021 full of peace, love, and joy. Our next article is the success story of the month by David Edge. Half a win. Shirley and Brett called and were somewhat annoyed that they had received a notice from their Medigap Plan F, Medicare Supplement, insurance company with yet another yearly and large increase in their monthly premium. After getting a recommendation from their neighbor, the frustrated couple called, who else? American Retirement Advisors. As I took their call, I asked my usual question, how can we help? Shirley did not hesitate and took the lead. David, can you explain how this yearly increase is calculated and what can we do about it? They had used an agent representing one carrier when they enrolled in their Medigap and didn't shop premiums from all the carriers, which can vary by hundreds of dollars each month. Their question was easy to answer as we routinely review how clients can get increases in their Medigap premiums each year before they enroll in this type of plan. Number 1, Many Medigap plans are age sensitive, so each year for your birthday, your premium will increase. This is not the type of birthday present you want, but it will happen. Number 2, the government reviews the carriers to ensure they are 100% funded. Carriers are only allowed a set profit, no more, no less. So if the carrier has paid out too much in claims and is underfunded, the government, not the carrier, imposes an additional increase on top of the birthday increase to get the carrier back to 100% funded. Number 3, let's say you get a $5 birthday increase and an additional government increase is $7. Your total increase will be $12 for that year. If the carrier's Medigap fund is overfunded, you may only get the $5 birthday increase. When you shop carriers' prices on Medigap, you have to remember premiums can be based on gender, age, smoker, non-smoker, and even your zip code can play a part in what your premiums will be. And oh, by the way, there are over 60 insurance carriers selling Medigap plans A through N in the USA. You definitely want to do your shopping. I anticipated Brett's next question of what can we do? You can change and switch carriers on Medigap plans any month of the year. There is medical underwriting when you switch, so you must be healthy to switch with no chronic conditions. There's no physical, you just answer medical questions on the application. But if you say yes to even one medical questions, you can't switch in many cases. This is where the good news, bad news happened. Shirley could answer all the medical questions no, but Brett could not since he was insulin dependent, a chronic condition. Shirley was ecstatic because even though Brett could not switch to save on his monthly premium, Shirley was going to save over $75 a month by switching to another carrier and keeping the same plan. At least half a win. Wouldn't it be nice to have an advisor who's licensed with almost every carrier so they can help you shop? Call us. We can help.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edge. We loved the newsletter. We can't wait to hear next month. And everyone, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our page, follow us, and most importantly, share us with your friends. And that's it for this week, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.